Cal is the problem. Cal's always been the problem.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium.
Is that what SoFi Stadium really looks like? That's fucking sick. Oh, wow. Hey, you're here. I'm playing Baz. You're welcome to stick around. I don't give a shit about the rest of the season, so I'm not going to get mad at any game. Yeah.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance.
I do it mostly to stay out of the game chat, but also it doesn't really matter to me. The fucking Chargers fucking stadium is sick.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Yes. Why?
A nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed,
it's got my shorts on it.
For the first down.
I'm right there. Why the fuck doesn't he pick it up? Can you be holding R2 when you hit triangle to try and intercept something?
So trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Why? I love that. So much sass. I had a whole ass conversation with him the other day. It was incredible. Yeah, I am.
Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alvarado. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Alvarado. So we get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 1 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Pass taken in.
Wow.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Oronde Gadsden, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Can Kristen hear me? Okay. I don't think that Kristen has the balls to divorce you. Even if she does resent you. I think she just makes you suffer through the resentment. I believe that. It's really easy to love someone more than you.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Okay, I mean, I don't care.
You look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling.
It does actually, yeah.
Bashing some plays together early, knock them back on their heels. That looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble.
That's gonna be fucking holding, isn't it?
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Lawrence will throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this.
How many
many
uses do you get on offense of a single play?
Now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
That was not supposed to work that way, but it did, so what the fuck am I to complain?
3rd down conversion, good for 23. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
I give my fullback a fuck ton of work.
Takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, this one incomplete.
He was going to be open.
Got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other
Thanks,
ideas,
I think.
and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the big boys
Man,
they're going to stop
that's
him
not
right
great.
at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for
Oh, yeah.
confidence,
Oh,
just
yeah.
to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty.
The pressure gets
I didn't see that fucking running back on the wheels. It was too late.
multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He finds his
What the absolute fuck was that?
from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Herbert now. That is incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I've had 2 picks taken away from me in this game.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
2 that I can't choose my fucking play. Won't let me move.
Herbert throwing again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Rondé Gadsden, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, we know
I can't choose a play. It won't let me choose a fucking play.
But all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Lions, nothing.
It literally will not let me choose a fucking play. There we go. I just smashed circle 10 million times until it finally let me do something.
He'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's see. Let's do a little bit of this.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big
Nice.
league, and big
Blitz
people
for some reason.
always end up winning games for
Yeah.
you. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll run with Watson. And some room to maneuver. Down the left sideline. He's on his way.
There we go. Fullback. Touchdown. It was like an 80-yarder.
His fifth rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got back to within a score. They were already down.
Yes, I did.
Early. They needed something to try to stem the time.
This is great. I love that. Your reaction is the best part about that touchdown.
Turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
In one of my last 2 or 3 games, I scored a touchdown on a fake field goal.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
I think so.
The Charger drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
How did I lose that one? I don't even remember. Short memory.
And this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Alvarado. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now this one finds McConkey. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
12-yard line.
Let's go. Set.
Now it's Herbert. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first.
Kids just went to bed, I'm pretty sure. 90% sure.
Down to the 1. Quick throw complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Lad McConkey, his 25th touchdown.
No.
Tying him at Smith for the 5th most.
I don't know how we would have. We definitely lost it there.
To extend their lead. Extra point up and good.
Nah.
And it's now 21-7.
No. I tore that suitcase apart 6 times.
after the touchdown. Here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And the tackle going to be made right there.
You love Jesus? I love Jesus. Stay away from my man.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A run. It's Watson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
I'm going to try a play I've never tried before.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah.
They run the option left with Lawrence.
Well, it works. It was a triple option with Lawrence, Gibbs, and my fullback.
That's some good tackling there to keep
I gave it to the fullback.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up. 20. 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 41 yards. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Lions 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That one complete to McConkey. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Chargers are going to be set for the first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Hampton.
What the fuck? He was unblocked and he's just like, yeah, here you go, man. Take it.
Sometimes offensive, you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about
What the
this
hell?
one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in.
My best defensive tackle. Completely unblocked. Fucking throws his shoulder into the running back and says, you know, that's about all I can do.
Remaining in this first half as the kicks away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick. You can come away empty-handed on this drive because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here's Lawrence. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. Third and 7 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
God damn, he's so open. Throw the ball normal, Lawrence. Jesus fucking Christ.
The second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. That's it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Set. Kappa. Set.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete.
Motherfucker! Hit him! Jesus Christ! He should not be able to catch that without fucking getting touched. Ah.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost
Tell me why I play Madden.
with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. On the move past the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Set.
Looking to throw. Herbert.
Yes, Brian Branch.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
On the red.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Here we go.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On play action, Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. A gain there of 21 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's go. This side's hot.
The tight end in motion right. Gibbs on the toss left. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, son, this side's hot. It's hot.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Son, this side's hot. Red.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Open man. That's too small. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 92 yards. Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. There he goes right side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Isaac to Slaw. 73 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he can.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And oh, it's blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Cameron Dicker to kick
I
off
rarely
for the
question
Chargers.
anyone's effort on the field, but normal, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
A little revenge, nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the Lions first down.
Why won't it let me hike the goddamn ball?
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
Oh, God, he sat on that?
Almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Detroit.
Again, it's Lawrence. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Complete to Jameer Gibbs. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Lions.
Lawrence finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
And the Lions first down.
Now Lawrence to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 13 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
His kick is
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Set.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And they'll wind up getting this.
I can't believe that. I can't believe he just fucking caught that.
That one covers 24 yards. First down.
He's covered.
There's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Set. 380.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second and 11 now.
Set. Ready.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Alvarado. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the run that gets him to the finish line.
First and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7.
What did he say to me? GG. Okay. Uh, 13 of 19 for 2 touchdowns at 283 yards. Could have been better.